In the United States, future Secretary of State Hillary Clinton is set on expanding the power of the State Department. She is recruiting envoys, some of whom served under her husband Bill Clinton. Some fear the return of the Clinton doctrine, under which the U.S. interfered militarily, allegedly to stop human rights abuse. For more, we're now joined by our correspondent, Dina Gusovsky in Washington. Hello to you, Dina. Thank you for joining us. What are the implications of Hillary Clinton's plans to expand the powers of the State Department?
Well, there could be many implications, both in terms of foreign policy and domestic policy as well. Some people say that expanding the State Department could really provide conflict within the administration with some of those officials that are appointed to higher levels. Now, I want to mention that during the Bush administration, there was very little use of special envoys, and some people claim that it's that type of diplomacy that needs to be brought back. But here's the question. Does diplomacy mean the same thing to everybody? And usually that answer is no. Let me explain. According to the Chicago Tribune, Clinton favored intervention in Haiti in 1994. She favored intervention in Bosnia back in 95, and of course in Kosovo. That was in 1999. So this intervention question was of course brought up when Hillary Clinton was running for president, because it had everything to do with her foreign policy beliefs. And according to Steve Chapman of the Chicago Tribune, he summed it up like this, quote, "A Hillary-Rodham Clinton presidency promises to unite Madeleine Albright's zeal for using bombs in pursuit of liberal ideals with Dick Cheney's vision of president as emperor. Won't that be fun?" So many people are saying, okay, so you're going to expand the State Department, but at what extent and at what cost?
The people she's seeking to recruit, who are they, and are any tensions likely to arise as a result?
Well, a Democratic foreign policy advisor reportedly said that Richard Holbrooke was looked into as being the special envoy for Afghanistan and Pakistan and maybe even Iran, but no decision has been made yet. Now, that name, Richard Holbrooke, is not new. He's an old family friend of the Clintons, and he actually served as ambassador to Germany under Bill Clinton. Now, he's the one that also kind of pushed Clinton and European allies to use force against Bosnian Serbs. Now, we all know what that ended up with, but here's the thing. For many parts of the world, this was considered a humanitarian mission. But for several parts of the world, people were saying, wait a minute, this is not only a violation of human rights, but this is a violation of a country's sovereignty. And they really questioned whether or not Washington was justified in intervening in another country's internal and personal affairs. Now, shortly after that crisis ended, the Clinton administration reportedly came out with this Clinton doctrine, like you mentioned. And this doctrine basically stated that the United States would forcefully intervene to protect human rights abuses without the authority of the UN Security Council, and that right there clearly violates the UN Charter. So as Hillary Clinton prepares to expand the State Department, these questions of her past and of her husband's past and some of the new appointments that she might be making, they're really brought up, and many parts of the world would not welcome this quote-unquote Clinton doctrine with open arms. So that's really something that we have to consider when we talk about Hillary Clinton and when we talk about the future of the State Department here in the U.S.
Our correspondent, Dina Gusovsky, reporting from Washington. Thank you very much.